Hi, you deplorable bastards. What are we looking at today? Looking at Mike's Hard Blueberry Lemon Lemonade. Weighing in at 5%. Limited edition. This is the last of the flavors. Red, white, and blue. Yeah. Sammy's first car. What could possibly have gone wrong back then? And I'm putting it in a classic Chinese lantern glass. This was a very popular Chinese restaurant in downtown Duluth. And the drink's not part of the deal. Today's Turbo Tuesday, so everything has a turbocharger in it. Or maybe a supercharger. Smells like blueberry. Cheers. If you're drinking with me, if you're not, it's probably better. I was gonna stop, but who likes a quitter? Cheers. Actually, not bad. A V10 twin turbocharged Viper, and I believe that is in a Charger. You know, Duke's a Hazard style, or you know the thing. Fast and the Furious. J-Dog is first. Says first, being first, he's first. Smile Money says not first, but I just trust YouTube. Jolson says first, being third. Poco says second. Mr. 27 says nice. And Jolson says Juliet F3. J3. You know what I should do is before this is over, I should actually should come up with a thing. What Kev Dog's pile is just going to be built upon, and then it's going to end up being like a closer to Christmas thing, I believe. I don't know. I should really write this shit down, because sometimes it just seems like you know, like there's alcohol involved, and then it's like that anyway. Let alone, you know, gabapentin, empty stomach. If I had the money, I would buy that. That, I don't remember what year her STI is, but that was a launch edition, so just the fact that, I think she said something like there's 100 and something that were built for the world. And yeah, that absolutely. I guess I wouldn't complain, but I'd rather have a version of that where if it had to have a lump in the hood, that you didn't see the air plenum and two big turbochargers. But I guess that does take everything out of the equation of the imagination. Now this is more my style. A Challenger that's been resto mod. So it's I want the body to actually be, you know, an old muscle car, preferably kind of Plymouth. I like the GNX. On the other hand, like if it's a Chevrolet, one of the what was it, the Cayenne? That thing was just a monster, but it was made to just look like a sleeper from day one. A slightly turbocharged Mustang. A Super Snake. And, oh, Jesus. I thought my screensaver was cracked, but it was just a pubic hair. Once again, I have to keep an eye on the front door because we're supposed to get another package. I'm just gonna delete all that. If it's the same idiot. Okay. Jolson, we need a 12 gauge basement pop. Yeah, okay, Jolson. Tell you what. Well, that's a shitty picture. Okay, Cobra says, hooah, another shout out for little me. My enemy's blood will boil with too much attention. Stop. Smart Money says, as long as you don't lose subscribers from the association. Come on.
Bullshit level, DEFCON 5.
Cobra says, I just got to keep my latest home address a secret. Don't want to have to move again so soon. Smart Money, sorry to hear that you had that bad of a problem. God. Zeus, your best Dirty Harry. Hang. So, you're asking me to do my best Dirty Harry? Okay, well. Let's see, where are you? I guess in all of the commotion, you know, did I fire 5 shots or was it 6? Go ahead, make my day. Oh yeah, Zeus, as it should be. And giving credit where credit is due, this beautiful 40 Smith & Wesson 44 Magnum. It's a -3, 29-3, was a gift to Christine. From Ed. I still have the video. Ed made a video that looked like he put it up on his channel. showing this off, and then he's like, well, wait a second, this isn't what it was supposed to be. This was for Christine. And that's when I set the box down on the table in front of her and opened it up. And she just didn't even know what to do. It's a beautiful gun.
Now Zeus.
Me personally, I'm Irish, so my barrel is much shorter than Christine's. But I absolutely love shooting this. The only thing I did different is here's the funny thing. These grips are actually made by the same company that made the grips that were on here. But these ones are a deeper rosewood, more of a pattern. I don't get pinched in any way. I literally could shoot this gun. Samantha, I want that car. She's actually thinking about selling it. You know how awesome it would be to be able to buy it, but it's not a cheap car. An older STI, still badass. Yeah, I love shooting this. Now, he did not have a 44 Magnum in the Gauntlet. In the Gauntlet, the snub nose that he carried was actually a 357 Magnum. But in my brain, when I see this, I always think of Clint Eastwood's movie, The Gauntlet. Now that would be something to have in your collection. And see, what do I have in here right now? Oh yeah, I have it. I do have the Lever Revolution ammo, which is definitely badass when aimed at you. But 5 of the rounds in here are hot. And 1 of the rounds in here is hot as hell. And if I were to pull the hammer back or squeeze the trigger, that's the round that will be the you get it round. Mikey loaded me up a bunch, and I think this is the only one that remains from that day. You know, the typical Michael maneuver where he's like, "Oh, here, I got some stuff. Hey, meet me up at the shack. I got some stuff for you, some ammo. Make sure you bring a 45, a 10 millimeter, and a 44 Magnum. And the 454. That's the gun that he. I'm always like, shoot it, and he's just like." But then when you actually finally get it in his hands, then he doesn't stop shooting it, which is fine, because right now I'm actually impressed with my own collection of 454 Casull ammo. Not so much for this guy, but what I have is some pretty fun stuff from Mikey. Okay, so if I'm gonna have the 3 of them laying there, I have to have the progression of badassery. I'm telling you, after all the years of owning this, finally got a set of grips that I actually like on this, because the stock grips were just stupid. There we go. There we go. Christine came down here right now. She'd be like, "What are you doing with my gun?" I was just shooting it, okay? Jolson said it was okay. Whee! Rich says cheers all. Cheers, Rich. That would be so badass. Now you're gonna look. It did not go in the recycling bin, but it did go in the box next to the recycling bin. So it's sort of like a one-pointer, I think. Man, that would be so awesome. Just kidding. Just kidding. Smart Money says, tip is down. Sounds like a personal problem. They have a pill for that. Cobra says, that's what she said. Little blue pills. Oing. I don't particularly like the grill. If I had the money to have somebody build me a muscle car, I would just assume that there's nothing shiny on it. Except for the tip of my blue pill. Smart Money, testing function of a new firearm and a different ammo is just not needed. You have never had a problem with any of your firearms. You just wear your fashion accessories. It'll be fine. I might go shooting. Yeah, there. Yeah. I said when all I had to do is see that fender. Can you even imagine that? A twin turbocharged V10 out of the Viper. Smart Money. So you took the airsoft apart and now you can't hit something less than 5 yards away. Smart Money did it just right. If it works, fix it till it breaks. Hey, I didn't Smile Money it. I made it work. It was jammed. There was 2 BBs sideways in the mechanism. I can't effing win no matter what. Jesus God. It's a perpetual circle. I come downstairs thinking about drinking. Smile Money verifies that I'm doing the right thing by drinking, so I can unsmile money my Smile Money. If the day ever comes that I don't get beat up, that'll probably mean that I'm really doing shit wrong. Jules? Oh my God. Damn it! Thought I was gonna have it that time. Oh yeah, it's Coinacian. So I think I need to put it in something special and hold my pinky out. Call Jules and tell her that I still have this much of it. If I drink that much of it. Again, it seems like overkill, and you guys all know, if I could build a car, I would not Smile Money my car. Too much. Kind of looks like someone gave Joey a Sawzall. Said, here, just make the crap fit. Okay, I see components for a turbo. The turbos are not in sight though. There's a lot of stuff going on there. Dave Captaindick would somehow he's able to make it, he calls it the jewelry box, that you would not see all of what you're seeing right there. Sorry, I blew up. And just for the record, this is going up to spend a little quality time with me. I absolutely love this particular 1911. Then again, I kind of love everything that's in the row where these hang. But now that this guy is running good, feels good in the hands, and of course, you already know my thoughts on front serrations. Absolutely a must. Now, if they were cool like Sig, the back, but at least they must have listened to people bitching, because my $1,500 20-something-year-old Kimber that I treated myself to, the blued one, when that was actually plastic. This one is actually not plastic. It's probably just min. But yeah, I have a hard time not wanting to have this as the backup sitting next to me. You know, the decoy gun. When the bad guy walks through the door and he sees a gun sitting there, and he goes like, as I reach for it, as soon as he's not paying attention, I empty the mag out on his pathetic little skull with the other firearm. Oh, and Sharky, this hasn't seen the light of day in quite a while. This actually might go out with me. I do not believe. What, couple of years now? I do not believe I have shot it, but that is going to change. Perfect, there, Sharky, right off the bat. The beautiful CZP-07. That would be a hell yeah. I don't know why. I mean, there's this particular pistol has a lot of magazines, and the one that has the black follower that was in it would not lock the slide back. And it's obviously not a gun issue, because it works perfectly with all of the ones, or at least the ones I've tested with the red follower. Jules, baby, it was awesome. It was awesome when you were with me and Christine all that time. We still joke that if he came home from work, if Jules wasn't cleaning something, which wasn't like some kind of a mandatory thing, it's just Jules has, I think, ADD and she can't sit down. But when she did, she was always watching the Hallmark Channel, and trying to think of the other one. It's the movies are all the same. It's like, oh my God, the girl is gonna she's been framed for this and that, but at the end, it's always happy, and everybody hugs out, and the bad guy goes to jail or is dead, one or the other. It was funny. Koinak, the ABK6 Ice. Oh, sorry. DG, don't be jealous. You're still number one. Wade, you really need to shoot that thing. M-Tech makes great 15-round mags. I removed that stupid magazine disco over 30 years ago. No, that's on the list. I want to shoot the Casull just because it's got new grips on it. I'm thinking the P35, aka Reddington. Being that I completely forgot about that. Yeah. And maybe the XDM Elite 10mm that I got from the horny one. And always the HK VP9 Tactical, because it's the primary carry. I have been carrying the Springfield a lot though. I like the fact that I just like the firepower of a 10mm. And now we're coming into winter, which means people are going to be bundling up. You've got more material to possibly get through if you have to defend yourself. You know, you have to think. And I don't have to worry about taking the magazine disconnect out. Trust me, Wade, any firearm that I'm authorized to do such things, yeah, a Mustang 2. Yeah, it's slight overkill. I mean, he's compensating for something. I don't give a shit. I mean, thankfully, things like the FBI version, the 1076, that was something that wasn't in there. So, if somebody that is thinking about making a mass order of your firearms, and they are saying the one thing that we definitely don't want is a magazine disconnect, there's a reason. Because if you stretch, I mean, any story could possibly be stretched into your imagination, and then you have pixie dust and little fairies. I mean, I'm talking about the ones that fly, not, you know what I'm saying? Any scenario. The thing is if you can come up with a scenario where you're like, this is how you justify a magazine disconnect, I can come up with 5 stories about how you ended up dead because of a magazine disconnect. And for me, one of those stories is all I need to say, if I am in control of the situation, I will have it removed. Now, there's a bunch of firearms in the collection that are very, that's badass. I wish we would have never lost him. All this shit he does, and he dies on a snowmobile. Mike says, cheers, bro. Cheers, Mike. Paul! PA Brew News. Cheers, all. He's back on the balls, folks. Hey. Some of us, Paul, some of us just can't afford to go out and stock up on the good stuff. Not to mention, I mean, this channel, I don't even remember. This channel has, even as they're deleting them, still has over 2,200 and something reviews. And the captain, the captain is another 3 years of reviews. So that's a lot of shit. I mean, I've had so many of you send me material so that I have an opportunity to try stuff that I cannot get in my area. My area is literally a gold mine for micro breweries. It's, I mean, considering the size of the Duluth Superior area, and of course you have to go out a little bit farther and include the two harbors in there, so you can get Castle Danger. We're pretty heavy when it comes to microbreweries, but still, I mean, that and a couple of places here in town that go out of their way to get shit from, so far. Yeah, it's, but eventually you say to yourself, the big joke, and it was actually started, J-Dog was the first one to, J-Dog was the first one to point this out. He's just like, when they deleted B&E, that was 2,200 plus brewery reviews that don't exist anymore. And I was like, haha, okay, yeah, technically, yeah, I can review this stuff all over again on the Captain, and there's no proof. Ta-da! All of a sudden, there's proof. 48 minutes. Oof, 32. I'm way freaking wrong. Way wrong on the right direction, because I am going to be running out of time here when Christine gets home. There will not be a review tomorrow, Tomcat, just so you can put that in your thing, because Christine has the day off. I like that. That has obviously been stretched. I don't know what's under the hood on that, but I like that because it's just all blacked out. There's no chrome. I love the side exhaust. I like the 6-spoke rims, and that right there is a dream. Jay from Elite Ammunition, still to this moment in time, it is absolutely one of my favorite cars that Lotus ever built. And if I had my hands on something like that, yeah, maybe smile money, a few more horsies out of the engine, but the car is just so sexy. Thank you, Bond. Roger Moore. So, if you made it to this point in the video, a whole 30 minutes in, I mean the average viewership is 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Complete miss. What's your favorite Bond? Personally, I guess I can't say that I hated any of them, My least favorite is probably Timothy Daltrey. Obviously, in the world of if you have a brain, just kidding. Sean Connery Bond, James Bond, was my absolute favorite. See, for Christine, she's like, obviously, Sean Connery was the best, but in a very, very strong, I don't know what that was right there, just rule that out. One of her favorites was Roger Moore. And Roger Moore did a great job. He was cocky. He did a great job playing Bond. But, you know, some people would argue, but I did not mind Pierce Brosnan. Daniel Craig, though, has really done a good job. I mean, the last movie out. Sorry if you haven't seen it already, but it's the end. You know, it's the sign off of 007 because he saves the day, but he needs to be there when bad stuff happens in order to save the day. But Daniel Craig, I thought, did a really, really good job. I thought Daniel Craig and Sean Connery. I mean, if Sean Connery could actually sit and watch everybody's performance, he'd probably go. Daniel Craig was the one that emulated Sean Connery's character probably the best. So for me, it actually goes Sean Connery, Daniel Craig. Again, people will argue with me, but I actually didn't mind. Okay, fine, I'll just commit to it. Third place for me, I liked Pierce Brosnan doing Bond. Roger Moore, I like Roger Moore. Like I said, Timothy Dalton was, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Nothing like the light going from red to green and you stomp the gas and the truck don't move and you think you broke something. And then you realize there's smoke curling up from all four corners. Those were bad ass. Hempseed Addict says, did you pour out rum? Oh, my dear, you are... I see. See, here's the problem. Here's the problem with your guess. Is I wouldn't have poured myself a glass of it in the first place, except for the Appleton Estates, which that bottle got recycled as of this morning. So that one was not in there. So the only rum that I have ever had that I repeat, I am a repeat customer of, is the Bamboo. The Bamboo is like a food group. If you hate rum, I hate rum, and I highly recommend Bamboo. Not the special, not the black bottle. It has to be the clear bottle. That's the. You just literally just put a straw in it and go upstairs and watch a movie. That's a great guess, DG. No, Christine is the rum fan. I am not a rum fan at all. There is a lot of rum sitting here. What do I see? Butt Cardi 151. I'm just wondering if that's it. Nope. That's it. So 1, 2. She's got rum upstairs too, but right down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 bottles of rum sitting here, and they all suck. I don't even remember. I opened this. This was a local, I believe. Yeah, this was comes out of Scanelvin Distillery LLC, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. I can't remember if I even I must have. I'm assuming that I tried it. I'm going to assume I tried it. I'm going to try it again because I can't remember. But it got opened. My God, why is this so... The other one's not dark. Bacardi 151, and then I have this 151. No. It was the last of the open bottle of this. It's just, it just tastes like ass. It's not... I like Knob Creek. If someone wants to trade this bottle for a regular bottle, I'd be more than happy to do it, because this one was on hand because somebody knew that somebody who I will never mention again would liked it. I personally, I hate it. And I've also got this, which I guess I'll have to do a shot of that at a later date and decide if that bottle is going to be just dropped off with the beggar on the corner scenario, because to this moment in time, the Appleton Estates J from Elite Ammunition is not the worst thing that I've ever had a straight shot of, but still, it would have a desired taste. Now this almost smells more like some kind of an automotive additive. Speaking of that, I just filled the van up for the first time ever on E85. I just wish my van was actually a flex fuel vehicle. I'm kidding, it is. This kind of smells like burning tires. I know, smile money, that's okay when it's scotch, but rum, here goes. Pretty much tastes just like it smells, but it actually might not be that bad in Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper. I don't know about Sprite or ginger ale. Maybe. I think it needs more of that Coke or Dr. Pepper kind of flavors to hide that whatever it is. Here. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, everything moving forward as of when Christine gets home. I meant to say I love you and I missed you today, but what came out was, I mean, John, apologize, probably already not a PG, but I've tried. As of yet, I have not dropped the F-bomb. As far as I effing remember. And I have two things that I have to pick up when I can afford them, and I've now ordered another thing that I have to have. Okay. Salty, looks like someone got the case of the nakeds. WFLCCB 830 says, loving that shirt, E. Why, thank you, sir. And who are you? Oh, yeah, I'm subscribed. Kevin, when was the last time? 13 years ago. 13 years ago, Kevin, you did a video. Not our normal Kevin, not Kev Dog, but yeah, that was the unvaccinated, unafraid, go F yourself shirt. Yeah, yeah, that. Here's the funny thing is the other day, of course this is a good one too. I was over at the AKA the Subi store, the food co-op, where most people in there, the women have armpit hair the same as bearded CB's beard. Looks good on bearded CB. Under some hippie chick's armpit, not so much. And I realized the whole time I was walking around in there, see, the door I go in doesn't say anything about firearms. Matt, not that Matt, but Matt, in case you're watching, he already knows. I'm not apologetic. I carry everywhere. I'm not in anywhere to do harm. Now that I've, been shopping there for a couple of years and I'm a member. So screw your policies, you liberal business owners. You're just idiots. If something ever bad happens, do you want a bunch of good people like me in your store with a gun to stop some of your employees or maybe you from being murdered? Use your brain. I want that car. So, the door I walk in actually doesn't, I guess the door around the corner actually says something about firearms. So the other day, I'm in there and I realize way past the halfway point, it was cold enough to wear a jacket, but once you're in the store, it's warm, so I'm just going to overheat because I got the meat sweats all the time. So I left my jacket outside and I'm walking around wearing my 1032 shirt, and if that's a police code for a certain thing, Midway Shooter, looked it up. Now the 10 codes can vary from jurisdiction to jurisdiction to jurisdiction, but most commonly code 1032, if you hear that over a scanner, is a man with a gun. And I was just waiting for someone to say, "What does your shirt mean, 1032?" And I was just going to make some shit up. I lost a friend and that was his badge number. Poco, were we talking about that rifle? And I said it is so bubbed, I don't know where to start, and I've had enough projects. When I said you can't possibly make it worse, you said you take a look at it. Okay, I've looked at it. Now what? Should I send it back to you? Obviously, the sights need to be fixed, but that's about having somebody drill it for optics. I don't know if somebody hacked the inside or simply read more button needs. Where did I leave off? Somebody drilled it for optics. I don't know. Hacked the inside. It simply needs springs. I'm hoping you can put springs and a Huber brake in it, and it'll be done with it. I don't know. 8mm isn't something you want to be pouring money into, but that would make a rad deer rifle. Should I put a new stock scope, springs, and a Huber trigger in it? I don't know. That gun gives me a headache. It's already given me a headache. But now that you mention the Huber part of it, maybe I send it to John, because the least amount of money to get the things necessary taken care of would be through John. You know, I would leave the peep sight on it. I would backed up to the point where I said, this just looks like something that somebody put on here. I don't even see a pin in there. Which is weird. Maybe lose that. See if something more traditional could go on there for a front sight. Either way, it has to come off if you want, you know, but it has to be threaded. Have John put a brake on it. But as far as springs, I mean, the only spring in this entire setup should be the spring for the firing pin. After that, you smoke too much crack. Just kidding, Poco. Yeah, I'm not saying that I just want to dip out of dealing with this crap, but I don't even know where to start. And something as old and as vintage as this, basically a Monte Carlo style stock. But like you said, you know, how much do you want to throw down the financial well? I don't know how long you want it in my possession, but at this point in time, I think I would like to have John Huber look at it. Maybe take it on as a project, because I would, whatever this whole peep sight is thing looks somewhat badass. I would, I mean, is it still, oh yeah, it still dials up and down. Yeah, I kind of dig that. I would leave that on there. This has to come off. Barrel would be threaded, and a possible different sight put on it to coincide with the peep sight. Yeah, I think I'd want John to look at it. As far as being unreliable and an unsafe decision, because you told me if I put a round in here and I did this to make sure that it was always being aimed in a safe direction, that's a problem. But I don't understand what that is, because it's, hey look, I can actually use it for something productive. If it's not firing when the bolt goes forward, which obviously it's not, if you see this, please explain to me what the unsafe environment is. Because if I send it with John, I want him to know before he's like, say, at his shop and does that and it fires. Microwave test. Something like that just seems all wrong sporterized. That's coming from the guy that sporterized the F out of a Mosin. Poco, if you chamber around, it will go off whenever it feels like it. Plus, it has a hair trigger. Okay. Poco, directions before you drink that Mexican whiz drink. Cheapo Gun Guy, young people live by hope and adults by daily life experience. Mega. Here's where we lose the PG rating. McLean says, I want an apology. Poco says, best you get is hair pulled by Matt. McLean, I want another video tomorrow. Here we are. McLean, Sharky used to be a chain smoker. Now he only smokes pole. Matt Davis says, yep. Me neither. Matt, well said. Mr. 27 says he's 33rd. Then he says, welcome to the adventures of cowbell separation. Now. Sorry, reparations. Now. Don't yell at me. Then he says, no multi 357 maple whiskey guy here. Disappoint. Then he says, two big old bouncy cowbells. Me like. And then the last comment is EMT says, did Christine take the B8 to allow a ceremonial basement pop? Cheers, Lars, and a toot toot. B8 is a misdemeanor. And a toot toot. Nothing better than a toot toot. Especially in her shoot shoot. Okay, and that's that. So I hit this button, and then I tell you that other than Grain Belt Blue, blueberry isn't necessarily, I like blueberries, but you know, once they're in, not normally a fan. This is pretty good. I would give this an 8.5. I'd give that a 10. And in the club, rolled too many years back. Brad, Mr. Holster, Ed, FJ 55 Iron Pig, 52 minutes ago. Mike says, man, you can't hit the broadside of a barn 10 paces away. That was the situation even with that Smith & Wesson / the one that I need the grips for. Cobra, here on Poop Break. Pass the clubhouse toilet paper. Mike, Eric, I told you I would pay for the shipping of what you don't want to drink. Huh. Noted. Rich, cheers clubbers. Is the light green? Light's green, traps clean. Well, actually it goes back 8 years, and I have not done this in a while. I should bring my this is my mission tomorrow. How many years back do I have to go? Good God. 8 years. What was I reviewing? Oatmeal Stout from Gray's Brewing. Gee, I wonder if I liked it. Okay. Either way, gotta get going. Cobra, Mr. Bullet Points, Mr. Holster, Mike, J-Dog, Zeus, Crazy Scotsman, Multi-Gunman, Bulwark 1911, J-Dog, Mule Team, J-Dog, Mule Team, Smile Money, Ben N. We're going to do this like the other day. Nyhaps first. First comment from Ed, and we are done. Mr. 27, Ammo Head, Ben N, Smile Money. Joey, some muzzle first guy, I don't even know who that is. Sharky, Brad, Wade. Come on, Ed, I'm getting carpal. Ed, here we go. Ed says whiskey. Ooh, Tardisius. Okay, I'm just J-Dog. Cobra. Home Runner 772. Thanks for the whiskey recommendation. I need to try some Outlaw and some Knob Creek. That's funny. Don't get it with the... I carry one. I've got the same side-by-side 12 gauge. Love it. Sorry, 10 gauge. Let's do a 10 gauge pop. Mr. Holster. Get rid of the sub-comments. They were from Cobra. Mr. Holster. Sub-comment from Steven. Bulwark. And go back to the top and make sure there's nothing new. John Solar 8 years ago saying bring it. And we double check over on Rumble. Smile Money, okay, still first and only owning it. The actual video. Sort by newest first. See if anything got held for me. Ooh, so far. Oh, Smile Money. Wow, calling your subscribers idiots. Next you'll be deplorables or maybe fascists. No, just idiots. That's it. That's the only one that got schmuckied. Okay. Cheers, guys. Probably see you on Thursday.